I'm back. We're just cast netting for bait. 7 foot. I believe it's an old salt. Hey, y'all get out of here. You bite me, you die. It won't end well. I got a stick. They're gonna be. Nah, they won't attack me. So I'm fishing this area. Right along here. It kind of goes a line and it goes up there. It's really deep for this drop off. Not super deep, but it's decently deep. Goes about up to a little above my knees. And I'll show you what we're looking for. I'm not sure you can really see it. Oh, but right about here, right where I'm standing, you can't really see it. There's a line of leaves. And it goes up onto a sand. No, it's right here. Here it is. It is just this line of leaves. See how it's darker there than there? Darker. And this sandbar goes from right there on my leg to right there. So from here is the high spot. Now my hand's underwater. About 5-inch gap. And I stand up on this ledge, and it's just the current flows right through there. Yoink. I'm fishing all the way along that bank. And all over here is what y'all would call, I don't know, some people call them suckers. That's what I call them. Other people call them creek chubs. And there's a bunch of creek chubs, bass, and little bitty perch, or brim. I don't know. I feel like more people identify them as brim. But they're all in here. And this line, sorry for how unsteady my videos. I'm doing my best to get better at it. But follow my finger. And it just kind of fades off into the bank. You got some sandier spots. And occasionally you'll see, where is it? Can't really see it now. But earlier when I was here, can you see the sand? Kind of. But there'd be little lines going through it, where there would be moss all around it, but then it'd just be a strip, and that's from carp that'll come out here during the nighttime. Feed. And right along that, there's a line right about there that you can't really see. Kind of goes up. And then all past that line, it's just deep water, probably 6-8 feet deep. Some crappie over there. The other log washed downstream. There's some bigger catfish that hang out around that bend right there. And you just kind of fish where you want to. Over there, there's little rapids, and then if you stand on that bank and cast off on the other side, I caught a 51-inch gar over there with Jaden. This is what I'm talking about. It's kind of dirty. And you'll find just random lines going through it, or it's just different stuff. I'm rambling. I should stop, guys. But I'm just kind of cast netting along this bank line, trying to catch what I can, because I just got my stock tank up and going. And I will show you all that when I get back to the house. I live about a mile from here, which for me, walking with all my junk, is about 45 minutes most of the time. If I'm lucky, it'll take 30 or so. I got a minnow trap over there. It's really deep, as you can tell. It's like at my knees. It gets a lot deeper. Over there, it's about 15 feet. Those big needle-nosed gar just sit along that bottom. And just... The gar down here are just lazy. They don't like top water stuff. They don't like bottom water. I don't know what you call it. Underwater. I use a Carolina rig. It's pretty simple. Just what I'd use for catfishing for gar. But, yeah. Catch y'all in a few minutes. Okay guys, I told y'all I would show y'all the my setup yesterday. It is now the next day. It got too dark yesterday because it's fall and annoying. It's actually December, and yeah, it's stupid that it's this warm outside. It's like 80 something, but here's my pump. Let me see if I can figure out how to flip this thing around. Here we go, guys. So my pump does about, sorry for the noise. Got lava rock and pea gravel. Pumps it up. Yeah, holes punched all in this. Dribbles out. It fills up with water in here. I just got this one little bitty solar panel. Hopefully with the money I will make with this bait tank, I will gain enough to get a nice solar battery and solar panels. If anybody wants to put in the comments where I can find a cheap solar panels and batteries and stuff like that, like used, that would be very appreciated. But my pump does about 800 gallons an hour, and it runs for an average about 5 to 6 hours a day, so roughly 3,500 gallons a day and about 120 gallons of water in there. I put some full bottle of this stuff, a little bit more. Let's see. I had to move, let it focus. There we go. I had to move some of the fish into my little cooler bait tank because we had to put some mesh netting over that little barrel to keep them from getting in there. Little ratchet strap. I got a couple of real big suckers off in that corner. Probably, most of the fish are probably in that corner. There's some rocks. I got at least one fathead minnow in here. I will hopefully be getting more because I'd like to sell bait. We got my little bait cooler, which I use to transport them to and from the river. It kept this water, it was probably 70, the water was probably 70 degrees outside, or in the water. And this thing kept it the same temperature the whole time. I got one of these bubble boxes, portable air pumps. This one's supposed to do 10 gallons for 44 hours. Runs off 2D batteries right there. There's a little pump system in there. Drew through the O and Coleman. Not sponsored by either of those, but do like my little Coleman cooler. Can't even sit on it. But yeah, got a little handle. Fits perfectly in my little wagon that I use to walk to and from the river. Yeah, and that's how I transport bait. But I'll hopefully be getting more fathead minnows, putting them in here and selling them. And yeah, hopefully making enough money to kind of support this thing. I've probably dumped $400, $300 in here altogether. Maybe even a little more, I don't know. But along with that, I got some garden beds, which I always managed to dig up some fishing worms. I will actually see if I can dig some up right now and show y'all. Well guys, after a little bit of digging, I managed to get 3 nice sized fishing worms. I'll put these in a cup for later. And use them to catch cat. Got them in a little Petco container, not sponsored. I don't know whether you're supposed to say not sponsored every time you mention something, but I guess better safe than sorry. Scoop up a little bit of garden dirt. And no, this is not my mom's garden. This is my garden. I do the gardening mostly. Boom, fishing worms. And to keep them nice and cool, here's a trick that I learned. You just put them back in the ground that they were in. Yes, they're still in the container, but there's some leaves. That'll keep them nice and cool. But yeah, I'm going to turn this bed into a cactus garden eventually. Cactuses are pretty dope. We got that thing. I'm going to put a hose connector to it so when it floods, just empty it onto my cactuses. And yeah, guys, that's the video. Consider liking, subscribing. Catch you on the next one.